Welcome to the newest installment of the Blue Raider podcast. Our Wednesday episode is going to be called the Blue Hub Highlights, of course, sponsored by our friends over at Blue Hub Nutrition, where we're going to go over everything that happened on the hardwood this last week. Both programs hitting the road, the ladies in Destin, the men in the Cayman Islands. So I've got some wins to recap with you, but of course, this episode isn't possible without our friends at Blue Hub Nutrition. They're located at 1116 Old Las Casas Road, right across from the Murphy Center. Over there, you can fuel up with their Herbalife teas, shakes, muffins, and protein balls, all crafted to help you stay energized and ready to perform. They're open Monday through Saturday, so be sure to follow Blue Hub Nutrition on Instagram and Facebook at Blue Hub Nutrition and stop by to support a local favorite. Let's dive into the Lady Raiders' 54-48 win over Providence on Monday afternoon, highlighting it with Blair Bogus at the top. She gets the Lady Raiders going after a 18-2 drought through the first quarter. AC finds her on the wing, and Blair knocks down the first field goal of the second to pull the Lady Raiders within 12. Then Lynn finds Blair on the other wing. She fakes the three, dribble drives off the glass and in, pulling the Lady Raiders within 12. Then we have a nice stretch here from Blair. She takes a charge deep in the lane, gives the ladies possession. Then she's going to set a screen on this baseline inbounds to free up AC, who knocks down the three. MT within 9. Then on the next possession, you're going to see that Blair is outsized down low, but no worries. She gets the weak side rebound. Does a great box out here to retain possession for MTSU. Then on the other side, again, outsized down low. Kirsten finds her as she seals her man off. She's going to have a nice fadeaway jumper here, and just like that, in a blink of an eye, the Lady Raiders are back in this basketball game. Then we've got some good basketball here. We're going to have Kirsten up top. Nicole's going to set her a high ball screen. Slips past it into Blair, who seals off her defender on the block for the easy lay-in. And just like that, again, the ladies are back within 7. Where they really got themselves back into it was this 1-2-2 press spearheaded by Carson Swaney. Macy Pfeiffer capitalizes on the turnover there early in the third period, and now it's a 1-point ball game. Very next possession, Providence can't get it over because this 1-2-2. Carson gets her two hands on it. AC steps up, doesn't allow her to cross midcourt, falls down, and then there's your 20-second call. Back into it here. The Lady Raiders have taken a lead off of free throws on the other side, and back to the 1-2-2. We get a steal that goes out of bounds for AC, but there's only 2 seconds left on the 10-second violation. Providence doesn't know it, and you get a 10-second call. That's 3 straight possessions where the Friars can't get it over the half-court line, and again, the Lady Raiders get themselves a lead, and AC takes advantage of it. The defender goes under the screen. She knocks it down. They call it a 2. They review it. It comes back as a 3. The 1-2-2 creates more havoc here. Blair tips the ball, gets a steal, gets the ball on the other end, and the Lady Raiders do get free throws at the end of this next possession. Blair keeps this ball alive, and Savannah Davis had a rough day, but it always seems to find your shooter in this one because the ball was kept alive. Savannah Davis knocks it down and extends the lead out to 8 for the Lady Raiders. AC takes a screen from Blair, nice pocket pass to her, finishes with the left hand, and then this is where AC does it her best. She's an athlete. She denies the screen, goes left, Euro step finish. That veteran move right there pretty much puts the game on ice. But this final bucket, really good basketball. Getting into your set here, you have a backdoor screen off ball for Blair. Kirsten finds her. She gets back to the right. Nothing they can do with the foul trouble, and Blair puts the game away. Really good stuff, of course, from Blair, who has a double-double of 17 and 13. AC goes for 22 points. Really good basketball in crunch time. And again, you bounce back from a 16-point deficit in the first. A good win, really promising with this young team, and Blair is a big part of that. Before we get into the men's highlights, let's take a moment to highlight this week's Tea of the Week at Blue Hub Nutrition. They call it the Falling Leaves. The seasonal blend contains cinnamon tea, pineapple liftoff, H3O hydration, mango aloe, plus pineapple and pina colada flavoring. It's refreshing, energizing, and it's perfect for the fall weather. So stop by and try one today at Blue Hub Nutrition at 1116 Old Las Casas Road. Let's get back to it. Let's highlight that 90-87 win the men had over Murray State on Sunday. Everyone is calling it the Tori Alston game. The sophomore goes for 26 and 16, and it all starts with this emphatic dunk over Fred King. You, sir, cannot jump the baseline. Ball boys cannot believe it, because Tori Alston was a menace to the Racers all evening, including this mismatch hook shot. Something that was a recurring theme for Alston was a defensive rebound going coast to coast for this and one finish, but that wouldn't be it. We have 2 more possessions straight. Alston gets himself a high rebound, goes the length of the floor. No one picks him up until the free throw line, and then he just hits an easy bucket. Can't really defend that at all. Alston rises above him again for another rebound, going the full length. They do pick him up a little bit earlier, but here's where his athleticism shines. The Euro step teardrop, and it falls in off the back iron. Now we got a little good ball movement here. I just really wanted to highlight the fact that everyone touches this ball. Everyone's moving. It never sticks. This is that unselfish play we keep seeing. Luka is going to be the one that gives it to Tori, sets him a screen, and Tori gets downhill high off the glass. No shot at defending that one. Then you got a little 1-2 action with James Dent. Gives him a pocket pass, and JJ Traynor, you, sir, need to get out of the way. Another possession, coast to coast. Tori Alston high on the glass. Can't stop this guy. But that wasn't the only tool that he was utilizing. He's got this mid-range where he's able to work himself to the elbow here, and you can see he fights through what should have been a foul call on the elbow, but makes it nonetheless. Some more 1-2 basketball here. We got Luka, who's going to set 2 high ball screens for Tori. He's going to get downhill and hit the teardrop floater. And then we got a little bit more 1-2 action with Sean Smith. Sean makes this play what it is with a nice pass that only Alston can get, and he finishes at the rim. I also wanted to highlight Chris Loof. Chris Loof had himself a really good game, starting with this possession with an offensive rebound that kicks over. Does a good job fighting for it, stays with it with a high reverse layup. Don't know how that one went in, but it did nonetheless. Some more fancy footwork here against the 6'9" Fred King. Creighton transfer, reverse lay-in. Good. And then Loof has a little 1-2 action here with Javin Carter. He's going to find him here on the wing, sets him a ball, sets a nice little pass, jab step, and finishes with the right hand and one bucket. You got Smith, who's also going to hit him with another offensive rebound, pocket pass, finish with Loof at the rim. And then lastly, I've got another good finish from Loof, a guy who's fighting through a lot of aggressive play thus far, gets the and one, takes the block, and finishes strong. Super proud of what Loof did this week. Another one that the emergence of Alec Oglesby, a guy who was quiet last year with injury, but he heated up this week in the Cayman Islands, starting with that high arching 3. Javin Carter finds him floating to the quarter. Another 3, gets fouled, and 1 bucket. And here's where that style of play, having AO as a weapon out deep, is going to change it for everybody in this floor space. And because of those 2 threes, he's going to pull 2 defenders here on this baseline inbounds, and Tori Alston leaving him wide open for the easy dunk. Another play where his 3-point prowess is causing havoc for defenses. He's going to do a backdoor cut. Luka tries to find him. He does, and gets fouled before he can get that dunk off. My Lord, we almost had another baptism. Carter finds AO in transition, a high arching 3, uncontested. Carter finds AO again, this time fakes the 3, Euro step, reverse lay-in, and 1. Nice to have you back, Alec Oglesby. Lastly, Luka, the big freshman, really showing his stars, earning his stripes this early season. He sticks with this one, gets blocked early on, but gets his own offensive rebound, doesn't panic, gets back to his footwork, goes to the left hand. Really, really good job by a young man to really stick to it there. On the other side, his very next possession, he's going to take a charge here from Mike Miller, who's going to turn that corner, jump, and charge stays vertical. Again, back-to-back possessions, great play from the freshman. Here he's going to get Fred King, 6'9" transfer, going to block him. This is good stuff. I mean, this is a freshman going up against a 4-year senior that played Big East basketball at Creighton, now at Murray State. Very impressed. And then he goes the length of the floor, finds Alec Oglesby in the corner, 3-ball. Just kind of a mesh of everything we've been talking about. And then lastly, the biggest possession of this game is what finishes it. Alec Oglesby misses it, but Luka with the cleanup and the clutch timeout call from Nick McDevitt. I don't want to take away from Luka following that play there, getting all the way down the floor and the putback, but Nick McDevitt with the clutch timeout call with AO and Luka here on the baseline on the ground. They had a 5-on-3 break waiting to happen, but that lay-in right there essentially put the game on ice, and super proud of the play from all of those guys aforementioned. Obviously, Tori Alston's 26 and 16. Luka's big finish there at the end. Loof at times looks great on the offensive end. If we can piece together that consistency, the men look great. I'm really happy with the result. I know 1 and 2 may not be what the fans want. Really good showing against McNeese State there for 30 minutes. The best team that was there in the Cayman Islands. You gave them all that they wanted for 30 minutes. Unfortunately, you couldn't finish down the stretch. The offense got a little stale because of McNeese's defense is one of the best that there is. But super happy to be doing this Blue Hub highlights. It's going to become a little bit more normal as we get into conference play, because I'll preview a little bit of those Thursday and Saturday matchups with our Blue Hub highlights. And again, thanks to our sponsors at Blue Hub Nutrition for sponsoring this segment and getting it to you guys. If you're not already following them on their Instagram at Blue Hub Nutrition, make sure you do that. And of course, follow us at the Blue Raider Pod on our Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X/Twitter at Blue Raider Pod. And if you're not already following us on our YouTube, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss another one of our uploads. Until next time, go Blue.